All right, you guys, what's going on? It's your boy Tim. All right, so check this out. So Tank recently came out and spoke on the situation, the award show that took place, I guess, in London or something, where a lot of the fighters showed up for a award ceremony to Ring Magazine. In case you guys don't know, Turkey Al Sheikh acquired Ring Magazine. They are in the process of acquiring some other things. So, with that being said, Tank seemed to be bothered and hurt by it. So he once again attacks Turkey Al Sheikh, saying, well, how come other people wasn't invited, and the people, that's not affiliated with Turkey Al Sheikh wasn't invited, and those dudes have to go overseas to get money. I'll make my money in the States and all this kind of stuff. Turkey Al Sheikh has a credit line of like $40 billion. Turkey Al Sheikh could buy the PBC, Top Rank, and Golden Boy and not bat an eye. And I'm not disrespecting those promotional companies, because you know how people like to take bits and pieces and try to twist people's words and all that kind of stuff. But it's fact. My thing is, maybe if you wouldn't attack the man so much, maybe he would have invited you. And then we all know that the PBC has this thing, whether people want to admit it or not, they have this contract. And, the fine print is Al Heyman has to oversee a lot of the things before you can make a move. I know that to be fact, you know. But my thing is, Tank is doing what Floyd is doing, attention seeking. And Floyd was textbook for doing that. Whenever the focus isn't on him, here comes Floyd. He'll try to announce you know, uh, his latest fight, exhibition fight that nobody cared about. Because, now it's so bad with Floyd in the exhibition matches. He's not even fighting in the States anymore, or barely fighting in the States, and nobody cares. Because Floyd's time has came and went, and he doesn't want to accept it. And that's all that's going on with Tank. This is the same dude that said, oh, well, give me two Ferraris and all this stuff. So my thing is, if you constantly talking about somebody, why do you care if you're invited to something? That doesn't make any kind of sense. Doesn't make any kind of sense whatsoever. I mean, let's just keep it a buck. And then at the same time, nobody cares about this fight with Lamont Roach. Okay, you went from ballroom fighter to undercard fighter. You're not upgrading. Okay, you're not upgrading. You're not enhancing your competition. Your resume is looking real questionable, whether you like it or not. Devin Haney is a certified pound for pound fighter. That's real. Shakur Stevenson is a certified pound for pound fighter, consensus wise, in most people's opinion. So if you're not fighting those guys, then people are going to say, okay, Tank, we're getting sick of this. And I think people have grown tired of this. Tank says he's going to do this, he's going to do that. All he does is talk shit online. So we supposed to be excited about a dude that you're bringing up in weight that everybody expects you to knock out? There's no excitement going into this fight, and you just have to tell the truth. I don't know what it is about Tank. Like, Tank be really acting kind of girly. And Floyd Mayweather has that in him too. I see that a lot in Tank. Well, here's the thing, Tank. After you take care of business, presumably with Lamont Roach, I want you to say, my next two fights will be against Shakur Stevenson and Devin Haney. That's real talk. If you feel you can beat them, you should fight. Those should be your next two fights, no matter what. We are tired of seeing this. Now the Lamont Roach fight will probably sell out, but nobody's going to buy it. Nobody's going to buy that fight because people already know the outcome. The only people that's going to try to make this look like this is just a great fight is though Tank Davis nut huggers. I'm not a Tank Davis nut hugger, and I'm just calling it right down the middle. I'm calling it how I see it. And I think this is gonna play out real quick with Tank if he doesn't start fighting pound for pound fighters. Tank is yet to beat one pound for pound fighter. And like I said before, now people gonna say, "Oh, you're a turkey Ellis Sheik nut." No, I'm just saying. You didn't get invited because you always talking crazy about the dude. So let's just keep it a buck and let's not play these games, Tank. You doing what Floyd is doing. The focus is not on you. Nobody cares about this fight. That's why you were sitting up threatening to pull out of the fight. The fight is canceled because there's no buzz behind this fight because nobody has real interest in this fight. And that's just the bottom line. And you just need to tell the truth. Nobody doesn't care. And then you saying you want over $100 million to fight Ryan Garcia. Then you saying online that you got $40 million for your last fight. I'm not going to pocket watch, but I'm just going to leave that alone. I'm just going to say big question mark around that. And then you sitting up arguing with people online. You're showing extreme emotion, dude. So my thing is you didn't get invited because you keep talking crazy about the dude. I mean, let's just keep it a bean here. People are not gonna be checking for you when you fighting these type of dudes. This is why Canelo has fell off. I know people try to say that he's the face of boxing and whatever the case may be, but his pay-per-view numbers say otherwise. When was the last time Canelo did 1 million pay-per-views? Because Canelo is not fighting the people we want to see him fight. So at the same time, him fighting Terrence Crawford in September, allegedly, that's going to draw interest to him once again. And it's because he's fighting Terrence Crawford, but at the same time, he's fighting a dude that's literally like three weight classes, below him. So at the end of the day, if and when he fights Terrence Crawford, he will be a heavy favorite. He is supposed to beat Terrence Crawford. But at the same time, you want $200 million to fight David Benavidez, but allegedly you're getting $70 million for Terrence Crawford, and Terrence Crawford is going to receive $50 million. That's a feasible person. I think it'll do good on pay-per-view. I think it'll do over 1 million buys, and in all likelihood is going to be at Allegiant Stadium. So that makes all the sense in the world. So it's going to be some buzz behind it. People are going to be curious. And I think they're going to promote and sell the fight as if, this is a 50-50 fight, in which in reality it isn't. This is like, I'm just saying because of Canelo's size, because Canelo on the norm has been fighting above 150. This is more like, and listen, I love Terrence Crawford. Love the Terrence Crawford team. Shout out to Bo Max. Shout out to Bernie. Shout out to Coach Red. But in reality, that's a 75-25 fight in favor of Canelo. And we have to be realistic here. I'm a Terrence Crawford fan, but I'm not stupid. And I told Terrence Crawford, I told him to his face, I said if he pulls this off and he beats Canelo and finds a way to beat Canelo, then Terrence Crawford is in the GOAT conversation. Okay? Because that'll make him undisputed in 3 different weight classes. If he finds a way to beat Canelo. Now, I know there's some detractors. I know there's some coons out there who still mad about Terrence Crawford beating the brakes off of Errol Spence, and particularly some niggas that's from the Dallas area, rooting against Terrence Crawford because they still trying to, discredit him for putting it on Errol Spence. Yeah, they're rooting against him because they don't want him to win. But I'm just saying, if he pulls this off, he's in a GOAT conversation. But we will continue this later on. Tank need to stop attention horn so much. Not a good look. Real talk. I'm out.